Schneiderman.
Does whatever a spider can. Look out! Here comes
Schneiderman.
Hello, Saints fan, and welcome to the final edition of Schneiderman. This is a very special episode today. We're doing a reverse Schneiderman. We're looking forward to it, and hopefully it gives us plenty of answers to go with. So, we're going to start with Schneider's favourite. Tell us where you grew up, mate.
Oh, thank you, Lee. Thanks for having me on the show. It's a privilege. Mate, I grew up in a little place called Osborne. Population of about 10 people.
Boring. What we want to know, tell us something about yourself that no one else knows.
Something that no one else knows.
So it's hard when the shoe's on the other foot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, Lee. It is. Well, it's not very exciting, but I'm left at cricket when I bat, but I'm a right-handed golfer.
That is actually pretty interesting. Very interesting. Right, now, before we get into it too much, we're going to ask about your Schneiderman, a bit of reminiscing with Schneiderman. We want to know your favourite episodes, maybe your favourite guest, the favourite singer, and any of your highlights that stand out. So who was your favourite guest on the show out of all your time?
Probably the favourite one would have to... I'll give you three, actually. Jimmy Webster was pretty funny. Yep. We couldn't even put half his stuff to air because it was a bit wrong. Jack Stephen was very funny, just dumb.
Yep.
And Dylan Robinen, just right out there, a bit different. He was pretty good, but one who tried too hard was probably Rui. He tried to be funny and just wasn't, so it was also a bit of a laugh for me.
What about the favourite song of all time? One song that sticks out, because everyone's looking forward to you singing a song at the end of the show today. It's what everyone wants to see, but which song stood out for you the most?
Yours was pretty funny. You tried to be funny. I thought that was pretty good, that little trick. Josh Bruce got right into it. I didn't mind that. Faz had a good go at it. That was pretty embarrassing. And look, I'm not going to sing, guys, because it's my show and I can't believe everyone sang. It actually blew me away that you idiots actually sung for me, so I won't be singing today, no, Lee.
Well, you will be. It's what everyone watches the show for. You will be singing at the end. Stay tuned for that. Few Twitter and Facebook questions. Josh White asked, who is going to take over Schneiderman next year? Who's going to be the host? And do you want to hand down the show to someone else?
Well, Tom Hickey's definitely not doing it after his current feedback on his shows. But no, mate, I'm happy to hand it over to whoever would like it.
We've got Natasha Jane Bunn wants to know your best part about being Jack Loney's mentor.
Oh, look, he's a great little kid. He's going to have a big future. He's a gun. He's a left footer. And I just enjoy watching him. And he's definitely not my son, but a lot of people call him my son.
All right, now let's get on to a few of the issues that now we can talk about that have bothered you for your whole career. You've always had an issue with your weight. No surprises there, is there? Guilty. We'll get into that in a minute. But what did you have for breakfast this morning, just out of curiosity, on the way down to training?
Well, I'm now retired, Lee. So I woke up, took the kids to school, and then saw the big M in the corner. So I called through there for a sausage McMuffin, hash brown, bacon, egg McMuffin, and apple juice.
Sorry, can you say that again a bit slow? What did you have?
A couple of burgers and a couple of hash browns. But yeah, it was well earned though, mate, after 14 years.
So how's that different from your normal breakfast in the mornings?
Well, I usually get one burger, but I had two this time.
Oh, very good, very good. Are you worried about blowing out now that you finished footy?
Oh, I'm not worried. I know it's going to happen. So, funny you say that. My wife at our wedding and her vows, she promised she'd stick with me when I blew out after footy. So I'm pretty safe there.
Right. So we have a photo here from you from about 2006 when you caught this fish. So we have a look there. That photo of you, that looks familiar, doesn't it? We've seen that a few times around the footy club. Are you worried you're going to get to that size again pretty soon?
Yeah, look, it was a good fish, wasn't it? Richo's pretty pumped with it. Yeah, Richo's a big fisherman, and he asked me for about 6 months where I went fishing and what kind of fish it was, because it's not actually me.
Yes, it is. Don't pretend it's not you. That is probably more... I reckon that's your best photo, to be honest. We found one of Schneider's when he was at his very ripped best, and that's as good as he got. So there's that one. So what we want to know now with your skin folds, mate, because we know you had a few tricks to dodge the skin folds. So do you want to tell us what your little tricks were with the skin folds, or do you want me to ask you and you to say yes or no whether you did them?
I would have yes or no, mate. You know most of them.
Yeah. Did you ever... So these are the did you ever... Did you ever rub moisturiser onto your guts so that when the dietitian tried to pinch your skin folds, she couldn't quite get a good grip and you get a lower score?
Yeah, guilty.
Have you ever jumped in the ice bath just before a skin fold test so that your skin shrivels up and it makes it tighter and it looks lower?
Yeah, that's true. I did that every time, but that's coming from Sean Dempster. He reckons it works, so I took that on board.
Sean Dempster's that one. Is it true you dehydrated yourself because there were whispers that the fluid in the body actually makes your skin folds higher, so you tried dehydrating yourself?
Again, Sean Dempster told me that trick as well, and he's got the best rig at the club, so I'm running with it.
He does, actually. Okay, have you ever been guilty of maybe flirting or sucking up to the dietitian to try and get some brownie points with the skin folds?
That doesn't work.
And have you ever maybe got some of your teammates to actually sit in and fill in the scores and maybe just fudge the results a little bit?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. Look, it's not one of my strengths, obviously, mate, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, very true, very true. So there's some of the insights into his skin fold testing. Now we're going to go a bit more of a serious issue, your injuries. You've had a fair few injuries over your career. How many have you had?
I've had a few, mate, yeah. Do you want to run through them?
I can't count them all. It's been a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, look, I have. I had about 18 hammies, 5 calves, I had both shoulder surgery on, both feet surgery, both thumbs. I dislocated every finger except one. I won't show you which one, Joey. I had 3 broken vertebrae in the back, a compressed cheekbone, and I was in hospital for 9 days with an infected foot.
Yeah, and that's true. You've had a bad run. And speaking of the medicos, you were a grumpy rehabber at times, weren't you? You did lose your marbles a lot when you did a few injuries.
Yeah, well, mate, I've only played 2 full seasons without injuries over 14 years, so you can imagine it's not the funnest thing out there running laps by yourself.
So do you want to tell the fans the story about the time you did your calf for about the 43rd time and you had the GPS on? And you actually caused an accident on the freeway here at Seaford because you took your GPS off and threw it out onto the freeway and may have caused an accident. Is that true?
Yeah, maybe. I was pretty angry. It was tough times for me, mate. And I think it was my second calf in about 2 weeks, so I was quite happy to walk on the freeway and keep walking.
And is it true that you may have had some paranoia leading up to your last game of football? I've just heard some reports that you actually went and got 3 MRIs in the last month thinking you've done a hamstring and there was nothing wrong with your hammy. How's your paranoia going?
Yeah, I'm wounded, mate. I'm scarred. Look, I swear I've done my hammy in that last game. I did it at training, but the docs convinced me that I hadn't done it, but I could feel it every step in the game. So I don't know what it was. There was something going on, but it could have been just playing mine. Tricks in my head.
Well, 3 MRIs proved there was nothing wrong with the hammy, so it must have all been in your head. Next topic, we want to ask you about your allergies. Now, this is something that's been quite common that we've seen over our time at the footy club. You are allergic. Do you want to tell us what you're allergic to, first of all?
Yeah, fruit and veggies.
The gym?
Hey, come on. I was pretty strong in the gym when I tried. But, yeah, look, I...
Hold that up for everyone to see there. This is actually true. Schneider used to get allergies a lot. I think he says it was the grass, but I think it was because if he got near some fruit or vegetables. But his face used to puff up. Hold it up there. His face used to puff up like some sort of, I don't know what you'd call it, but that was a common occurrence for us at the footy club. So a lot of things as we said, made that happen, particularly fruit and veggies in the gym. How do you feel that you've played 230 games, 5 grand finals, but you're actually more famous for being Schneiderman than you are for your football career? How does that sit with you?
Yeah, I think it just tells me how I was as a footballer, mate. I just quietly went about my business. But, yeah, on the weekend after the game, I had a lot of people come up to me and ask about who's going to take over Schneiderman next year. Didn't actually care what I was doing or how I was feeling, but it is what it is, mate.
And you would have thought for your retirement that it would have been big song and dance and everyone would have understood. If you have a look at this here from the AFL, mind you, the AFL website, Saints forward Schneider retires, and have a look at the photo, mate. And what's worse, it's actually Jaron Geary.
Yeah,
He's one of our ugliest teammates, and they've put him on there instead of you.
He's got holes in his ears and everything. He gets on there, so how am I going?
Next, we've got some photos. You're a bit of a sweater. You do get the stink up a little bit with the sweat. Just some photos. This is a photo of on your wedding day. Bit nervous?
Yeah, look, it was pretty hot, mate. It was in Byron Bay, and I actually bought a couple of shirts for the wedding because I knew this was going to happen. So that was actually my second shirt 2 hours into the wedding.
Funny thing is, I was there. It wasn't that hot. It was actually quite a cool day. The rest of us had jackets on, but that was Schneider's just a bit nervous about his wedding, and he does get the sweats up. So that's true. Now, I don't think there's much left, Saints fans, except for the moment you've all been waiting for. What is your favourite song, first of all, before you sing? What is your favourite song, just in general?
Don't have one, mate.
You do have a favourite song. You love your music. What's your favourite song?
Oh, I used to love me Pearl Jam and Powderfinger back in the day.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to finish off. We're going to sign out. Last ever Schneiderman. So all your fans that are loyal fans that watch your show every week, they're waiting for this moment to sing. Here's the chance. Take it away.
No, mate, I told you I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it.
Well, there you have it, Saints fans. Schneids has stitched up all the boys for all these years, and he's not finishing off with a song. Anything you'd like to say to your fans to finish off?
On a serious note?
On a serious note. This is yours now. Take the microphone and finish off. It's your last ever Schneiderman.
Well, thank you, Leigh. That was great by you. Well, guys, just wanted to personally thank you guys for all your support over the time. I really enjoyed it. A lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed insight to some of the boys. But now, yeah, my time's up, so I'm going to hand it over to someone next year. Maybe Joey can take it on if he'd like to.
No thanks. No thanks.
Well, mate, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for the interview. And I'm done. See you later.
See you, mate.
See you guys.
Schneiderman.
Does whatever a spider can. Look out! Here comes
Schneiderman.